Hello, good afternoon, and we're back with our Thursday Live. I'm Pathna, and I'm from Artisanry. And today we're speaking to Shirani Fernando, who's a jeweler, beautiful jewelry, and part of the Artisanry Co community. So I'm going to take a moment and try and send her an invite. Hopefully, this will go fine today. Let's see. Shirani, where are you? There we go. And the request, hopefully it'll go well. While we're waiting for Shirani to join, I just a few words about Artisanry. We are a social enterprise and we support small independent makers and artists with the business development and marketing. But on a commercial side, we've got an online sales platform where we use the profits from the online sales platform to help with the development side of the community. And so that's what Artisanry is all about. Our vision is to create local sustainable economies, and we hope to do this in conjunction with our fantastic makers. And the community is growing, it's ever growing. We have almost about 100 people on board now, both on the shop and 100 people that we work with. Sorry, I'm still waiting for Shirani to join. For whatever reason, she's not able to join. This is not great. I'm going to try and see. Shirani, if you can hear me, you'll have to click on join this conversation. It says unable to join. Oh, one of these days it'll go more easily than it has gone today, or it goes most of the time. Shirani, let's try again. There we go. Right, and if you've never been on Artisanry's platform, we've got fantastic, fantastic makers. Oh, Shirani, I can see you've joined. And let's see, it says connecting. The other way around, can't see you.
Is that better?
Fantastic. Good afternoon. Yeah, you're fine. You're a little bit out of the screen. If you want to a bit, that's better. Thank you. How are you, Rani?
I'm okay, thank you. Thank you. Bit nervous.
More in the frame if you like. Thank you for your time. Really lovely speaking to you.
Yeah, thank you for giving me the chance. And first of all, I should say this is my first time, and whoever is listening to be aware of that. And I'm a bit nervous. And thank you for the opportunity as well.
No problem at all. It's a pleasure to have you here. And so I was just introducing Artisanry. I think I've said a little bit. Why don't you tell people? We've got a few people who've joined us. So why don't you tell everybody who you are and what you do? I'll let you speak about it.
Yeah, okay. I'm Shirani from Shirani Jewelry, and I make handmade sterling silver jewelry with gemstones and enamel and different ways of bringing color into my work. And everything that I make is all handmade. And I try to use recycling silver and eco-friendly things, and also look for ethical way of producing like gemstones and things like that. So in future, I'm hoping to do everything sustainable and eco-friendly, and that's the way forward to create my work in the future.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Shirani. Your work is lovely. Some of your work. If you haven't seen Shirani's work before, some of it is on our website, but some of it is also on our Instagram page. You should go and check it out. It's absolutely stunning. So, Shirani, the first thing from my side, what makes this very, very interesting is that this is your second profession, and this is your daytime and your nighttime job, and I'm assuming this is what you do at the moment.
Now, yeah.
So how did you get into this in the first place? Because it's quite challenging, to change your careers at a very.
It is, yeah. I mean, I came into jewelry quite late in my life, and I have always been a creative person. And as a child, I can remember doing lots of things using my hands, like doing dressmaking, macrame, anything that I can put my hands to it. But I think about 15, 20 years ago, I was a single parent with two little children. So I didn't have a choice of doing anything else because I wanted to make sure that I'm there for my children. So I was a teacher before I did any jewelry work. So to be able to look after the children and picking them after school, I thought that's the best profession I can get into. So same school holidays and finishing school time, starting school and things like that. So I did enjoy doing the teaching because that's like the first step of children going into the big world to, be who they are. But after my children was getting bigger, I mean, it is their idea. They said that we are now big enough to look after ourselves. Mom, why don't you do something that you really like to do for yourself? So I went part-time teaching, and part-time I went to the local college and did a art and design course, and got the best results I can get over there. So, I mean, I did that as a hobby thing, but the moderators who came from London and the teachers, they all said that I shouldn't stop there, I should go further. And I thought, oh, I'm too old for this sort of stuff now, it's not for me. But they were really, really encouraging. I mean, they told me I shouldn't stop, and why don't you give it a try? What's stopping you? So I went for 2 interviews in 2 different universities, and both of them wanted me. So then I thought to myself, maybe it's never too late to learn, they say. I should give it a go. And I went to Hertfordshire and did a applied arts course. I will recommend anyone who is creative to go for that course because I learned so many different mediums, so much in that course. But final year we had to choose what way we are going to be the final, BA honors, what you're going to get. And all the tutors said my drawings and everything is very delicate and intricate detailed work. I should go into jewelry. So I think they did the right thing, and I went into jewelry the final year and really enjoyed and finished off with the BA honors in jewelry. But I think that gave me the bug. I wanted to learn more hands-on skills. So doing a BA is good, but I think the learning process is more hands-on. You need to learn more and more because it's making jewelry so many techniques to learn from. I mean, even now I'm learning loads of different ways. So that made me wanted to learn more. And I went to London Metropolitan University, the Sir John Cass. I mean, that's the best jewelry university in England. And I didn't know whether I would be having a chance, but I thought I'd give it a shot. And yeah, they took me on. And I was really, really enjoyed the whole course because it was all hands-on. All the course right through was hands-on. And enjoyed it very much. And I won the Goldsmith of the Year award there. So that was unexpected. And I couldn't believe it myself when they called my name. I thought, is it me or is it someone else? Am I hearing it right? So I wasn't going to get the award. I was like thinking, did I hear it right? Is it me? So my children said, Mom, go, it's you. And I thought, oh, I better go and get it then. And yeah, that was good. But I think even though I got the award and everything, I didn't do jewelry for anyone else other than friends and family. I think, I don't know whether it's the confidence thing or what it is. I didn't want people to know who is behind the jewelry, and I was making it for friends, but never wanted people to know I was making it. I don't know whether it was something to do with, they call it some syndrome or something or the other. And I just made and gave it to friends, but never thought of doing it as a business or anything like that. So after doing it for quite a long time, and my children said, Mom, believe in yourself, you've got to go forward, you've done this long enough now. So 2 years ago, I thought, yes, they are right. I had to do something about it. And I'm still learning. I'm not good with computers. I'm not good with business side. I'm not good with anything business-wise. All I'm good with my creative side. Even that I'm still learning. But it's been a challenge. It's been a roller coaster with all different things to do. But at the end of the tunnel, there is light, they say, which I believe in it now. So, yeah.
It's very inspirational to hear that, Shirani, because as I said, changing careers at that stage in your professional life and in your personal life is challenging for most people. But to be a single mother and to actually be able to accomplish what you've accomplished is, you have to applaud yourself for the hard work you've put in and the support you've family. And you have to remember, I suppose on days when you don't feel the confidence is when you have to remember what you have achieved, and you have to look back.
Yes, that's true.
And get that confidence from it, because it's very easy for us as human beings to have that.
Yeah. Even today, I was so nervous, and I'm thinking like, oh my God, I'm like, am I doing it right? Where am I going to see it? Where am I going to do the camera? I mean, I think confidence is a thing that takes a long time to build up, I think. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think the challenge rather, is that most institutes teach you to design, teach you to do the creative side of the work, but they don't teach you to sell. They don't teach you the basic.
No, that
Yeah,
is very hard to learn. I mean, that's one of the things that I like joining Artisan Co. I like the way you do the coffee and chat, because I found out I'm not the only one. Like creative people, a lot of people are struggling with that side. And I like the way you try to find out who is having difficulties in what area, and then you try to, put out more coffee mornings and then chat about it, and then we learn from it, which is, I mean, I'm a visual learner. I mean, if I go to read something and learn like that, it takes me able to, I'll put it off. But the way you do it, for talking to people and, asking people questions, and they talk about what they have gone through, what they've done about it, is a better way of going forward, I think.
I would agree, and that's absolutely fine. We sort of see that most of our makers love to make, but they don't like the technology side of it.
Yes.
And part of our mission is to sort of help you not just learn the technology, but also learn to like technology. Because if we
Yeah.
do something, we really will never make a
You
go.
need, yeah. I mean, that is something that you really need to, up your game with, I think. Yeah. I am
Absolutely.
getting a little bit better at Instagram now. I'm mastered Instagram well. So I thought I'll master one thing first, and then I'll try to move on to other things. So little by little, I'm, trying to broaden my knowledge. And it does help to listen to your coffee mornings and things like that as well.
I know it's been a shame because that's your day of your studio and you've never had the time to actually sit
But
down.
it's nice, you can go back and listen to it. I mean, I went back and listened to one or two. I'm sorry that I haven't got involved in a lot, because, as
It's
you know, it's a lot of work. Single-handed small business means you are the maker, you are the photographer, you are the admin, you are the, running a house, and all these things has to be done. So I try to catch up whenever I can, but it's, there's not a lot. I mean, a day is not enough. Like, so, yeah, I catch up with later on. I go back and have a look to see what's gone on today, and try to learn from it. And it's good that you can go back and listen to it again and again, because I was listening to that mental health person talking about things, and I listened to it and found it interesting. But I went back again because there were things that relates to me, and I thought, oh, this is really nice the way he talks about his business and how he has done things. And I thought, oh, it's something that I could learn from, so which is quite nice.
absolutely. I think Carl's brilliant. He has a way with words and he makes everybody feel so comfortable. And that's an initiative which I think has gone really well because it's bringing the
Yeah,
community together, isn't it? It's not one person, and
yeah,
the joy of that is that it's not Carl selling, or it is about discussing what works for him and what works for you. You
yeah.
might
And he's
and
very, very good at explaining things. I mean, he's very knowledgeable, and I like the way he says what he can't do and what he was bad at, and now what he's doing. So it's quite nice to see, where he has come from and where he is now. So then I feel like, oh, I'm bad at it, but one day I'll get better at it. So,
absolutely positive language, Shirani. You're not bad at it. You just get. You'll get there. You'll get there.
hopefully I'll get there.
Well, you're getting there already. I mean, I can see, ever since you've joined us as well, I can see a change in the quality of your work. On Instagram, I can see a change in the quality of your account, and it's
Yeah.
more and more professional as days go by. And these are acquired skills, easy enough to learn. You just have to like them a little bit.
Yeah. The thing is, you learn one thing and there's hundreds more there are to learn. So it's like you've got to like take baby steps and learn one at a time. So that's my new thing now. Take baby steps, learn one thing, then move to another thing. So rather than trying to do 10 things at once. So
Absolutely, highly recommend that. I mean, that is something I say to everybody. I mean, I do some coaching and I do some mentoring, and one of the things I always say is that you need to stop and you need to reflect and you need to decide which to do when, because as
yeah,
a independent maker or an artist, you just tend to overwhelm yourself, don't you? I mean, God, I've got 20
yeah,
things,
yeah,
rather than saying, okay, let's split those 20 into bite-sized chunks and do it with
yeah.
that.
that's the thing. I mean, when you're a creative person as well, I mean, that's one of the problems I suffer with. I got so many ideas in my head, and I feel like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. And then I'm thinking, now slow down, now do this and leave the others for another time. So, and sometimes it's like, you want to sort of finish off this and then start, but the mind is telling, no, 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 do that also. So I'm starting another thing, and which is, sometimes clashing with what I'm doing. But then you have got your day-to-day life things as well. So you've got to have a good balance in, doing the creative side and the business side as well as your day-to-day life as well. So
Absolutely spot on. I'm listening to you and I'm thinking, this is something, a conversation that I have with a lot of people. Maybe come in the new year, we are looking to launch some more services, more formal business coaching, business mentoring. But I think one of the things we should do is to look at goal setting and just simple coaching in terms of, if it helps, you're not the only maker who will always say, I've got my head full of ideas and I just want to get on with it.
Exactly. I mean, when I hear like your coffee mornings, when I hear people say, I feel really good, because I heard one person saying that she takes ages to do the computer stuff. So because of that, she doesn't want to do it. I mean, I'm the same, because things that take me a long time to do, I just put it to a side thinking like, I'll do it tomorrow. And then I feel like, oh my God, I haven't uploaded the thing. I haven't gone to the website. I haven't done that. And then I say again, oh no, not today, because it's something that I struggle with, and I take like 5 hours when someone else comes and clicks the fingers and does it in 5 minutes. So I just get frustrated. I feel like, oh, I could have done some jewelry work without wasting my time there. So, I mean, it's a learning curve, but I think it takes a long time to learn, especially older people like me, I suppose. It's a slow learning curve as well.
Yourself, I think you're again doing the same thing. You should not underestimate yourself at all. I keep saying, every time you feel older person like you have to turn around and look at what you've achieved. And it's really important, because it's easy to put ourselves down and think, oh, I can't do it, but you have done so far.
I know, I keep saying I can't do it for computer stuff. So my children say, Mom, you can do it. Just do it. And you can't say you can't do it, and you come so far, so you can't now go backwards. So, but it's the hardest part is like keeping up with all these new technology things, and then computers and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, so many different things, and I'm like getting confused. So that's why I thought I'll leave Facebook and Twitter. And my daughter said, don't go there, just master one, just do one thing, and then you can go to, Twitter and other things. And my son said, Mom, you don't need a Twitter, leave the Twitter alone. And I said, oh yes, maybe I should. But then when I go to talk to people on, like your community, and everyone is like, oh, I put a tweet today and I did this, and I'm thinking, I haven't done anything like that, but I'll catch up slowly, I think, there's no hurry.
Your children are absolutely right. Take one, master it. Twitter is great, Trump, and you have a following that runs into millions where people love you and hate you. But if you're not Donald Trump, I think Twitter is a bit of a waste for people like us, unless you made it big.
Yeah,
so
I feel like if you're on it all the time, and if you're good at, then you're fine. But you like people like me, if I take like 4 hours or 5 hours or whatever doing computer stuff, I'd rather get on with my other things.
And then, you as a jeweler, your work is more emotive, it's more visual. And from your point of view, Instagram's the best platform, because you're able to show your work without actually putting in too many words behind it. And that's important.
That's what both my children said. Instagram is the right platform for me. And so to master that and do what you're doing right. But the most important thing is to put good quality photographs, so that people see the quality of the work. And my daughter tells me off all the time, Mom, don't put rubbish photos. You need to have good photos. That's what people see, that is important, to have good photos.
Agreed, 100%. I mean, photography is a investment. It's not an. And as a maker, I think everybody absolutely must remember that. And I think you and I were talking about it the other day, and you've got your now white background sorted. So I'm really
even today you can see I've got all white background. I made a little setup here so that if you want me to show a couple of pieces, I got them already here as well.
Yeah, go on then. Show us a few of your pieces. I
Yeah,
mean,
so the most popular piece at the moment, everyone likes the bee, and
yes,
the star. I'm doing it for Christmas, but bee has been quite popular as well. And then I started introducing color into my work. So this is my new packaging. So it's like a little drawer. So I got like blue enamels in the piece.
I have to say
And
that's fun.
yes, I think this piece, quite a few people have commented on it because the color is quite appealing to a lot of people like the turquoise. And
Yeah.
I'm doing, this is new, I haven't put it out yet. So this is the same piece in silver and gold. So I'm doing collection of like the sunray pendant, but it's in different colors like black and gold, silver and gold, and with blue and silver as well. And these are the little blue green ear studs that I made for the customer who wanted the ear studs made for the necklace that we sold.
Oh, right, right. And she didn't come back, did she? Yeah, I
She
remember.
hasn't come back. No, she said that she'll think about it. So I think she's going to get it for Christmas or something like that. And this is my other new earrings that I'm doing. Started only like not long ago. So
Oh,
this is being quite popular as well. So I think it's very lightweight and it's sort of a thing that you can wear anytime, like day or night. You can wear it for going out in the evening or not. And the green necklace that I did, and this is another version of a earring that I'm doing. So if you're going out in the evening, you can wear this, but if you're going out in the day, you can wear the studs with the thing. So, I mean, introducing color is something that I'm trying to do more with my work now because I find color things are always people are interested rather than just plain silver. So gemstones and enamel and gold plating are my future things that I'm going to sort of expand into doing more color work. So I mean, I don't like to do anything with copper or anything. So everything is sterling silver. Even if it is gold plated, is sterling silver. And the silver also eco, I'm getting the ethically sourced silver now. So it's not like, just from anywhere. So it's go to find the places where you can get the best metal and even stones and things, try to get it from the right places. So
very, very important. And I think that's one thing we always touch with all of these conversations, how the weight of sustainability and
yeah,
environmental sustainability both falls a little bit heavier on independent makers.
yeah,
I think in a good and a bad way, both. Good because you obviously want to be cautious about the materials you're using,
yeah.
and you're small enough to control it, which is
Yeah,
important.
yeah.
And
And another thing, find it like recycling is something very good. I mean, I recycle a lot. I mean, last week a lady came and gave me a handful of jewelry and didn't even know whether they were 9 karat gold or 18 karat gold and what stone. So she said, "This is my mom's stuff. Can you melt it and make me something to remember her?" So I mean, there were 18 karat and 9 karat, and there were diamonds. So I told her, this lot is 9 karat, this lot is diamonds, and now I told her, tell me the design you want it made, and I'll incorporate the stones and the metal and make something for you. So I think clients like that is very sort of, it's really make you feel good because I'm doing something that they carry their mother's jewelry and things, and there's a story to it as well. So it's not just making; it's a story behind it, and the mother's jewelry gone to the granddaughter or to the daughter. And I think it's something nice to do rather than just making it something meaningful for someone as well. So I'm also doing things like meaningful jewelry for people with birth, like date of birth or initials, or like if it's their 50th birthday, I did a ring with 5 rings. So for the 55 years, 50 years of life sort of thing. And that sort of thing, I'm finding it quite interesting as well. So it's sort of something means to someone in their life.
that is absolutely lovely. I mean, your work is absolutely amazing. There's no doubt about it. Just going back to the when you went to college, how long was your course? I mean, how many years have you spent studying for it?
Oh, that's quite a long time. I mean, my college course was 1 year art and design. Then my university degree was 3 years. And then I went to London Metropolitan Years for another 2 years. So
Oh,
altogether 3, 5, 6, about 6 or 7 years. Yeah, but I don't regret it at all because I met so many nice people, learned so many techniques, and meeting people, creative people, and is quite a nice thing. And we are still friends. Like Harlow College, I went, and there were about 5 mature students. So 5 of us were always like all 17, 18 year olds, and we are still talking to each other, trying to find out who is doing what and all that. So yeah, it's a long, long time to learn. 7 years of doing jewelry work, but still learning. I mean, there's so much more to learn. So
I think
I
it's
think,
a process, isn't it? You hone your skill as time goes by.
yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, when I was in London, when I went, the tutor told me, like, if you look at a piece of jewelry, there's 10 different ways you can make the same piece. But the most important thing is to learn to do the right way and learning different skills. So don't try to cut short, but learn the right way, and that will always help you. I mean, so many techniques and so many different things every day you have to learn. So, which is not a bad thing, really. So you keep your knowledge going up as well. So,
Have you thought of, Shirani, giving some classes, some lessons? Is that something on your agenda
yeah,
as well?
I mean, if things go well, I am now buying little by little equipment that I need. So when I get the things, I'm hoping to have like 2 or 3 people at a time, like mother and daughter or husband and wife, to come and do like a ring for each other, or make something simple in a day. So that way people can make their own jewelry and I can supervise and teach them. So that way they come and learn, they take something home with them. So that's my future. I'm hoping to do that. So little by little I have to set it up and get the equipment that I need, and hopefully one day, if my dreams work, that might be the next step as well.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't see a reason why it wouldn't. I think once we're on the other side of COVID, and there's a little bit more flexibility for you to be able to provide, because that's, I think, quite a nice thing to do. And
It
more,
is.
yeah, I think so. I think most makers do use quite a lot of, a lot of the income comes from these classes, which is quite nice because you tend to
Yeah.
work on. So that's quite nice when you have classes that you get more people in. So the social aspect of it, but also
Yeah.
aspects
Yeah.
quite.
I think it's the social aspect as well as the feeling of someone going home with something that they made and I helped them to do it, like, so that will be with them for how we may. I mean, making something with sterling silver will never go bad. You can pass it from mother to the daughter, daughter to the granddaughter. It's not a, like, piece of cake or chocolate you eat and then it's gone. But sterling silver good jewelry is always long lasting, and it can go from generation to generation. So I think it's nice if you think about giving someone a chance, like maybe mother and daughter coming and making something. It will be their special day of spending together and going home with something they have made as well. I mean, it's good for me and it's good for them as well.
Absolutely, I think that's a fantastic idea because we have another maker who does these classes, and I think it's really such a nice thing, an experience to be able to do just together with, if you, like you said, mother, daughter, or a couple to come in and do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I'm to the second step of when you add that in terms of your own business. Where do you see your business in a few years' time? I mean, where do you see yourself going with it?
Um, I mean, in terms of my business at the moment, business side is a bit struggling because I'm not into business minded person. But I'm hoping to get my work up in galleries and places like that, so that more people can see my work and appreciate my work. And I'm really thankful for giving me this opportunity to do something that I really enjoy doing, and I want people to enjoy wearing what I make. So I'm not making thousands or hundreds of each piece.
No.
So it's only, few pieces will be there. So I really want people to enjoy what I make, and I'm thankful for the opportunities that given me to do this with something that I really enjoy. Sometimes you go to work because you have to go to work, but you don't enjoy your work. This is, I'm really enjoying what I'm making. So that is why I give 10% of my profits to the charity, children's charity as well, to say thank you for all the things that I've been blessed with and given as well. So in terms of business, I want to be seen more and more people to appreciate my work and to be known as a designer maker and to give other people the opportunity to learn from me. And, if I can teach like one-to-one or couples or whatever, so at least, someone else also can learn something from me and I can, do my pieces and be a known artist one day.
No reason why it won't come through, but that's really good to know. It's important, I think, as a maker, to keep an eye on your goals, on where you want to get to as well. Quite often you find people who do what they do, what they love, but they don't have a plan in mind, and it's boring.
I didn't have any plans in mind for about 6-8 months ago, but after listening to different podcasts like Your Coffee Morning and things, when you're asking questions, so what do you think in 5 years, or in what do you think you will be wanting to do? And then that made me think. Like yesterday, I was in the train and I was listening to this podcast from Small Biz 100, and that person said, if you don't want to go 5 years, just think of 6 months. In 6 months, what do you want to do from now to 6 months? Is there any plans for you to improve? And I thought, I never thought about it like that before, but now I am. I'm thinking like, in next year, I'll be more organized with my production and what I have, and I'm trying to organize them. Sometimes I can't find what I want in my workshop little area. It's like small little area, boxes and boxes here, there, everywhere. And I'm thinking, where is it? So I'm going to get more organized in the next 6 months to be able to go forward without rummaging through boxes and organizing myself. And then the long term is to be known as a design maker. I mean, I am getting lots more followers in my Instagram now, which is really nice for people to appreciate. So hopefully my plans will work, and I'm sure artisan, people also will be looking at my work more, and I will get more, followers and people looking at my work and appreciating my work as well.
No, absolutely. And, I remember coaching a young girl not so long ago. And when we started, I did ask the same, that's the question that I would usually ask: what's your goal? Where do you see yourself in a year, in about 3 years, in about 5 years, in about 10 years? Because if you don't know where you're heading, how will you get there?
Yeah.
It's quite amazing to see the difference in a few sessions and see how people start clicking it and start thinking about it, which is
Till you ask the question, I think people are not thinking like that. I don't know about other people. I didn't. I mean, now because I heard this over and over again, and I thought, it's a good question. You need to have a goal. You need to have a way of thinking what you are doing now, what you want to do in another 6 months, then 1 year to 5 years. So I thought, yes, which is very, very good question. I need to sort of, have that goal in mind. So now I am, after listening to that, now I am having few, little goals of things that I want to do. Before I was like, I'm just making and I'm just, trying to sell, and that's about it. But now I'm glad that all these things have opened my mind and given me more knowledge about looking into life in a different way in terms of business and development of my future business plans as well.
If it helps, I have not heard anybody give an answer to this question yet.
Right. What is this question?
So, the question about your 1 year, 3 year, 5 years, and 10 years goals, every time I've asked a maker in my community, I haven't had an answer really, except probably 1 or 2 people. 90% of the people don't have an answer because they haven't thought it through. So you mustn't feel that, you've not.
That's good to know, because I thought I was the only silly Billy that doesn't have a goal and just doing it. So I'm glad I'm not the only one. At least now I think about it, because I've been, asked that, and I heard people asking from other people, and I thought, yes, that is a good question. I need to sort of look in that way. But before I wasn't. So I'm glad I'm not the only one then.
No. But from a business point of view, you have to be you have to have a goal, but quite often, I speak to makers and they say, oh, they're using a business consultant, or which is called business coaching, which is, it isn't business coaching, but they use a business consultant from somebody who's been in the industry to help them develop their business. And when I go and ask this question, the answer, and without any answer, I always say, you really are wasting your time, because first you need your destination, then you need a plan to get there.
Yeah, yeah.
And to get to somewhere without really having a destination in mind. So something for you to work in, over the festive period when it's a little bit quieter. I would highly recommend sitting down with a piece of paper and writing down a little bit. You don't have
Yeah.
to in stone, but you do need.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing to put it down in paper, and then you can always go back and look to see, yes, now have I done what I was planning to my goal for 6 months? If it is not, give it another 3 months, and I have a goal in mind to be doing that, which is a good thing, I think. Yeah, I should. Thank you. That's a good.
And when you write it, you should also write business and personal at the same time, because
Uh,
it will help you bring balance in your life. Otherwise, you'll end up doing a lot more businessy stuff rather than making sure that you have a work-life balance as well.
yes, yes,
So
that's true.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's something to look forward to. We've had a lot of people who've joined us, Shirani. Maybe
Oh,
because you want to just introduce yourself a little bit again and talk about your work and tell them who you are.
yes. So I'm Shirani from Shirani Jewelry, and I make sterling silver handmade jewelry with gemstones and enamel work. And I'm introducing a lot of color into my work now through gemstones and enamel and gold plating. And all my work is handmade and made with silver, ethically sourced, and sustainable jewelry. And in future, everything, the packaging and everything is going to be look into more of the sustainability and eco-friendly for future. So I'm not going to uh, throw away what I have, the boxes and things, but that is my future plan, is to look more and more towards that way. And anyone wants anything made, personal jewelry for someone special, I'm always open to try and do what the best I can for whatever their requirements.
Thank you, Shirani. That's really great. I was going to ask you. Sorry, I should probably introduce as well. I'm Bhavna. I'm from Artisanry Co. Sorry, people probably you've heard me before. We're a social enterprise and we work with small independent makers, and we have an online sales platform, which is our not-for-profit side. Sorry, that's our profit side. And on the not-for-profit side, we have development and marketing. And in the new year, we're looking to introduce new services. The business side of the creative process, I want to develop it further, because the more I speak to makers, the more I realize nobody's ever taught how to sell. Nobody is told they need to have that confidence and stand from the tallest building and talk about their work and be
And
proud of.
keep doing the visual things. I really enjoy the visual chatting together, because that really helps to learn from those things. I think that's really, really good.
I would agree. And I also think that, online sales is just so important, because
It
while
is.
I understand fairs are important and we've lost
Yeah.
them with COVID, but at the same time, the return on investment on online is so much higher
Yeah.
and more sustainable in the long term, isn't it?
Yeah, and at the same time, I think online sales are something that people have to learn how to do it. I mean, I'm still learning. I mean, that is why when I listen to your coffee mornings and things, I think sometimes one person is very good at it and we are not, so we are learning from that person. So I feel good that we are all in the same boat, and it's nice to have someone teaching us what to do, like when you did the Pinterest thing and the Canva thing. I thought that was, I mean, Canva thing I listened, but it doesn't go in, so that's why I like to go back again and listen to it again, because it's not easy to learn these things. So
No.
online is the way forward, but it's a lot of learning to do to get into the online business.
I think that's why we've been re-looking at what the business development side that we are providing, and in the new year, what we are looking to do is to provide more one-to-one classes.
All right.
more of classes on Canva or email marketing and how to do your website. And we are looking to bring those services
I
in.
think that is very good. I mean, at the moment, I don't have a clue about website and how to do things in the website. I thought, oh my God, I don't want to even go there because I'm struggling as it is. So when I heard that Mark person was saying that how much of difference it made for him in the website, and I thought, oh, I should maybe have a chat with him. What did you do and how to get about? Because I don't have a clue about the websites and all that. I mean, I'm getting good at Instagram, but I think there's so much to learn. So I think it's a good thing that when you do the coffee mornings, then people get to know who is good at what, and then we can always ask questions and learn
Yeah.
from each other.
So I think that's the idea, to bring in more specialized classes. And I think going forwards, I've been told one too many times we give too much away for free. So come January, we're introducing more paid services. I hate to say it, but we need to pay our bills as well. So we
Yeah.
are, give our community a lot of discount. And by no means is it going to, but we are going to open it to everybody so we can make that profit, which we desperately need for to continue what we do actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
So come New Year's, I keep saying to everyone in technology, write a list of what you don't know and send
Yeah,
it to
that's a
us.
good thing. Yeah, and then you can take up whoever more majority people wants to learn, and then go from there. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm up for
Yeah,
that.
go for it. Get your paper sorted and send us the list, and we'll sort out some coffee mornings. We'll start looking at some specialized classes, start looking at more coaching and mentoring and various other. But last thing before we go, I think we've spent about 40 minutes. God, where did time go? I really enjoyed it. I was going to ask you, where do you make your stuff? I mean, do you have a studio space or do you make it at
I
home?
do. I mean, my garage is converted now into my workbench. So I
Right.
have a workbench. Now, my newest item I bought myself, my birthday present, was a rolling mill, my dream to have. So last week I paid for it and I'm getting it delivered tomorrow. It was delivered today, but I didn't want it to come today in case if they come and knock on the door in the middle of this. So I said, no, not today. So yeah, I'm setting up. I mean, I got the garage space and I got polisher, pendant motor, and I got quite a few things that I need to work from home now. So, and I got my heating sorted out there as well. I got heating to keep me warm in the winter. So yeah, I mean, it's nice that I can walk anytime to the garage and get work done, and then I can leave the mess there, come into the house, even if the doorbell goes. My work is in there rather than having to clear up when before people come and all that, because I'm a bit of a messy worker when it comes to working, because you can't just keep things tidy when you're soldering and cutting wire and doing things like that. So garage is my little happy place. I call it just my den.
Good.
Yeah.
That's lovely. Oh, and I mean, I suppose that's where you would be able to host your
Yeah.
classes
Yeah.
as when the.
Yeah, I got a separate entrance. So when I just did some renovations in the house, I put a different entrance door so people can come from that door without coming through the house. So it will be coming into my workshop space from the garage. So I got few shelves and things to be putting up there and some pictures of my work. So it is all in the progress. It's not done, the pictures and things, but the door is there, the garage is there, and the equipment is, some of them are there.
That's really good. This is your year one in your business, isn't it?
It is. That is why it's the first year. So I'm not organized enough to sort of knowing my production and how much of things I have and what I have. So that's why now my goals is to, first 6 months, I'm going to organize myself, knowing what's my production, spreadsheet, how many pieces of what have I got and what is the most popular pieces people are asking about. So that way I know these are the pieces I need to be more focusing on in future to make new pieces. This is the type of people like. So then I can go towards that way. But it's organizing and getting myself set up with business side as well as the production side with my business. First year is always the hardest, I think.
Absolutely. I think to have that confidence to set up the business itself is the most difficult thing. So you should a pat on the back for doing that.
I don't know. I don't think I have done very well, but I am getting there.
Oh, I'm sure your family will disagree with you there. And, just by what you said. And in the couple of months that I've known you, you are certainly one of the few, one of my makers who I can say is really, really, constantly at it. Even if you don't understand, you try, and you really, really try, which is a fantastic quality
I
to
try
have.
and I get frustrated a lot of the time as well. I get frustrated with the computer side and the technology side. So that is where I get really frustrated.
I've, if I tried to make jewelry, I'll probably be in the same shoes as you are. So we have to remember we're not experts at everything, and
No, not at all with the computer side. So little steps, I think, learning from artisan, community and things like that. If I can learn, I'm not a fast learner, so it's a bit of a slow pace into that sort of thing.
it is it and back to the same point again. Remember your achievements, not the things that you can't do, and that positivity is
That
so
is,
important.
yeah, it is true, yeah. Because I always tend to put myself down thinking, I can't do it, I'm not good at this. So one of my friends, she's really, really good. She said, don't keep saying that. If you say that, you will never be good. So just forget about you can't do and you're not good at it. Just do it, and little by little you'll get better at it. So I think, yes, that's true. I have to do that.
You need to take your diploma and the award out, and you need to put it on the wall in your
I
studio.
never speak about this award at all. I mean, my friend said, Shirani, people should be shouting from the roof if you want a Goldsmith of the Year. I never ever mentioned that. This is the first time, I think. And when I told her, she said, what? You didn't tell me all these years you won this award? And I said, I really don't want to. And she said, put it in your Instagram thing, about winning. I thought, oh, no. I don't feel comfortable to say that.
You need to put it on your profile and say award, goals award winner, etc., etc. You have to, because unless you have the confidence in your skill, nobody else will. It starts
Yeah, but
from
I feel so awkward. I mean, I won 2 awards when I was in London Met. I mean, I won one of the competition one.
slowly.
But I just don't feel, I don't know, I just don't feel confidence enough to talk about that I, won the award and all that. So, I mean, it is nice feeling to know that you won something, but I just feel like, oh, I'm not good enough to say anything like that. So maybe in time I might get a bit more confidence in myself, I suppose.
You really underestimate yourself. I mean, uh, we have about 100 people in our community now, and you must be the only person, apologies for saying this, who's at this age has changed career paths and has gone and relearned
Thank you.
absolute new skill, and then has won 2 awards as well, which she refuses to talk about. That
I think it's just like, for me, I don't feel like I'm not good enough to be deserving to have those awards. So I should get it out. I think I should get it out and frame the certificate as well, I think. Yeah.
you should. You frame the certificate, you should scan the certificate and put it in your Instagram as well. It's important.
Yeah, I think I should. I should find the photos that I took on the day the person who came, like, I don't know, some mayor or someone came to give the awards night, and I was so shocked, and he was so tall, and he was like wearing this red thing with all this gold around him and all that. And I had some nice photos taken. I should dig it out and take those photos out, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. You should start baby steps and you'll get there, but have confidence in your skill. And I can see a lot of people who've been saying how amazing you are. And I can see some of, I think your children have been listening on to you as well. So, and sending you lots and lots of messages saying you're fantastic and you're an inspiration.
That must be my family from home as well. They are watching in Sri Lanka as well.
You sent a lot of fantastic messages, but you are, it's amazing the feat you've accomplished, and you must remember that, and you must, every time you feel a bit down and say, oh, I can't do it, you must look at your award, and you must, you have to. A thought is a thought; it's not a reality, and you have to change the thought. And
yeah, I think it's a difficult thing to do, though. I mean, building up confidence and doing things and believing in yourself is something hard to do, I think. So I think it's something that takes time, and you got to do it yourself. Like, like my son said, Mom, you told us to believe in yourself and work hard. Now you got to do the same as well. So I think I lack in confidence. Sometimes even if I do things, I feel like I'm not good enough. Like, so I feel better in my working side now because I'm building up my confidence, and I think I'm happy to show my work now. Before I went in different names. I didn't even call Shirani Jewelry. I was using Karat Jewelry, and I was called all different names. And then till year before last year, I didn't even use my name because I didn't want people to know it was me who is making this jewelry. So I was hiding behind and just making and giving it to friends and family, sort of thing. So yeah.
But fantastic. We've had a very long conversation.
Yeah, thank you for this opportunity. It was really, really nice to sort of, get to know you and talk to you as well and show my
Thank
work to people.
Thank you very much for coming along, and thank you for everybody for listening to us as well. We had Shirani with us. She's a jeweler, and she's changed her career paths right at a very late stage in her life, and has won 2 awards which she refuses to talk about. But I promise you. And her work is lovely. And Shirani, do you want to say bye-bye and hello to
Yeah, thank you everyone for listening, and thank you for all the comments, which I can't see anyway, I was told. So thank you very much, and thank you for listening, and hope to do more things with Artisan and to learn more from them as well. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Take care. Okay.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.